Hey, this is JJ from SyncronidiocyGaming, and it's time to wreck and rule, because today we're taking a look at Generation Springer. Starting off in Springer's first alt mode, he takes the form of a souped-up muscle car. I really dig the shape of this vehicle, as the sleek yet angular lines really give off a sense of both power and speed, something that I feel is very fitting for this character. The color separation is nice, with the yellow hood and gray sides surrounding the green core of the vehicle. I especially like the fact that the hubcaps are painted, something I've come to sorely miss with some of the more recent figures that have come out. Additionally, the roof-mounted gun can be moved up and down, as well as being swiveled left and right. You can even fire the missiles by moving the slider at the top, adding some playability to this vehicle mode besides rolling it around, which is always nice. For comparisons, we have the usual soda can, and Prime, and we have Sandstorm. Transformation from car to helicopter mode is smooth and satisfying, with just enough complexity to keep it interesting. The way the windshield splits into three parts and then shifts to opposite ends of the vehicle mode really helps distinguish it from the car mode. For me, the high note of this transformation has to be the fact that Springer's sword splits in half down the middle and becomes the propellers. It's just so cool. Unfortunately, it comes with the inherent downside that if you ever lose that sword, then you're left with a woefully incomplete helicopter. Springer's helicopter mode is nice, but not nearly as good as his car mode in my opinion. I mean, all the important details are there, but it's just missing the cohesion that his car mode had. The gaps in the sides and the roof panel that is obviously supposed to tab in the tail section really shows to highlight this point. One nice feature is that if you don't like the giant gun hanging off the front, you can just unclip it and fold down a hidden front landing gear. Speaking of the landing gear, it does in fact fold up against the body to simulate a flight position, and the propellers spin freely for all of your helicopter swooshing needs. For comparisons, we have the usual soda can, the usual Prime, as well as Sandstorm. The transformation into Springer's robot mode is just as fun and intuitive as his previous transformation. Basically everything I said earlier applies here. Notable features are his chest transformation, in which the center folds down over the head while the two sides come up from around the stomach, and the arms, which fold back in on themselves while flipping out the hands. One thing I wish the designers had done is make the backpack collapse a little bit more so as not to impede the waist. But all in all, that's just one minor gripe in what is otherwise a great transformation. Springer's robot mode looks great. He's well proportioned and has the exact silhouette I would expect out of someone who turns into both a car and a helicopter. His head sculpt is especially nice, being both angular and tough looking. The colors transfer into his robot mode fantastically, although the gray on his shins does look a little out of place, with that color appearing nowhere else on the figure. Springer has a ball joint at the head, which lets him go 360 around. Not much tilt at all because of the way the head's shaped. His head can go down that far and up that far. He's got outward at the shoulder about that much. He's got a full 360 around. If the elbow's straight, you can move it all the way 360 with a little bit of bumping on the stuff at the back of the shoulder right here. And he's got 360 swivel at the wrist and a 90-degree elbow. It's a ratchet joint. He's got, if you unplug the backpack, a 360 waist, which is really tight. He's got outward at the hip, about that far, and forward that far, back only that far. He's got 360 at the thigh, and he's got a 90-degree knee. That's about it. He doesn't really have much in the feet because of the way they transform, and on my copy of the figure, they're super floppy, so standing him up is a bit of an issue. Springer's sword and gun can be stored on his back or held in his hands, and there are peg holes on his gun so that you can attach his sword to either the top or bottom as a bayonet. Overall, he has a fairly good amount of playability in his robot mode, with enough options to keep him interesting. For comparison, we have the usual soda can. We got Prime, and we got, if he'll stand, Sandstorm. Generation Springer is a great figure and a must-have for any Transformers collection. Join me next time when we take a look at his mold brother, Generation Sandstorm.
Hey, Doug here. If you like this video, be sure to check out JJ's previous video on Classics Megatron by clicking here. And if you want to check out more of our content, go subscribe to our channel. Make sure you come back every Thursday to see another one of JJ's reviews. Thanks, and bye.